what's up, YouTube? This is Game on Cloud 9 here, and I'm here to bring you guys a new One Piece manga 662 prediction. Half this chapter was actually probably okay. It wasn't really that great to me, but the other half, the last half, the stuff of Law, I loved it. Sometimes with the comedy, sometimes I feel like we just have a little bit too much of it in a chapter, or it can kind of kill a chapter a little bit to me. It wasn't a bad chapter at all, but it was just the first half with Luffy and the Robin stuff and Usopp and Zoro. I could care less about that stuff, actually. And I know that sounds really bad, but it was a little funny. But I'm just like, okay, Oda, I'm not, could have done maybe a couple panels with that and then had us move on and see them do a little bit more. But that's just my opinion. So yeah, that stuff wasn't really interesting to me. But seeing the stuff with Law, and of course we already knew about him making the room a couple chapters ago, but seeing him do even more madness with his room, like we seen him make the Straw Hats, a couple of them switch bodies. We saw Nami and Sanji switch bodies, and saw Frankie and Chopper switch bodies. Now Sanji and Nami switching bodies is probably going to be the funniest thing that I'm probably going to get out of this arc, because it's actually something that we all know how Sanji is towards Nami and how he is towards Robin. So I'm like, imagine him being in her body. Oh my goodness, nosebleed city. I could see something like that happening, like him having a nosebleed in her own body, and Nami getting pissed about it or something like that. So I'm wanting to see how they're gonna react when they finally realize what is going on and realize that they're in each other's bodies, because I don't think they quite realize what Law has already done to them. And we've seen Law basically cutting up all the Marines and stuff and messing with their bodies and all that kind of stuff, like how he usually did back in part 1. So Law's doing some classic stuff, except he's doing it with his sword. He's not just doing it with his hands like he did before. And we learned finally the name of his devil fruit, and it's called the Ape Ape fruit. And basically what it does is that it does exactly what his actual title is, the Surgeon of Death. He becomes basically a surgeon. He's like a doctor, and you're his patient. That's the thing about Law. And his room, it's kind of one of those type of abilities where I'm thinking, how can you really fight him? Because it's almost like one cut and you're done. It's like he can do whatever he wants. In his room, it's basically like he basically creates the laws. It fits right with his name, Law. It's almost like he is the law in his room. He can control what goes on. He, basically can do whatever he wants to you, and there's nothing you can do to stop him once he's cut you. And that's the thing with his ability, and he's expanding it with his ability, probably, well, of course it's larger than a Marine ship, but it's really wide. And it's not the size of an entire island, but right now he's just kind of fucking around. What could happen if he actually is really being serious? Could he cover an entire island with his room? And if he can, I feel like it would be probably extremely hard for somebody to be able to defeat him, but I guess that's why he's a Shichibukai now. He's not just some random ass pirate on the sea. So Law, I'm really liking what he's doing in this arc. I'm really wanting to see, because we know he's probably done all, in fact we know pretty much now that he's done all the stuff on the island. He's rearranged all the different other people, we've seen the centaurs and that woman with the wings. I think you would call that a harpy. We've seen him mess around with everybody else. So if somebody actually did want to take him on, who would be a good match for that? Because I guess Haki, in a sense, can protect you from his abilities, because we saw Tashigi tried to run up and attack him, but her level of Haki wasn't great enough, explained by Smoker. And Smoker probably actually seems like he would be, a good combatant against Law, because he is like Smoke. That's his Logia type. He turns into smoke, and I'm pretty sure he has Haki now. I'm pretty sure he's not using Haki, especially with his rank and all now. So Smoker and Law, hopefully we'll see a little bit more from the next chapter going at it. Since Tashigi seems like she's taken down, I want to see Smoker do a little bit more, maybe show us a little bit more abilities. I know he's got to have something new. I know he's not just turned into smoke now, and stuff he did in part 1. He probably, I wouldn't be surprised if he could, maybe make some kind of, make himself completely solid, but at the same time, I don't really, I can't really think of anything he could really do. Yeah, I don't really know. But give me your guys' thoughts on what you think Smoker may be able to do now. And what was it I was gonna say? Luffy. I also think Luffy. I'm like, if he fought against Law now, I don't know. I mean, I know there's got to be more Luffy has. I mean, I'm pretty sure Luffy isn't gonna fight against Law because I mean, it seems like him and Law may be friends and stuff like that, or at least cool with each other enough for Law not to attack him because. Law, he was saying all this stuff to Smoker, and at first I was thinking, okay, maybe he would go ahead and try to knock off Luffy or kill Luffy off or turn him into the Marines if, he came across Luffy, but now I don't really think so as much. So I think, I'm like, especially if you look back at, like, Marineford and what he did for Luffy, so I wasn't really thinking about that. So, yeah, I mean, he's probably on Luffy's side. I don't know as far as, I'm still trying to figure out who will be the villain of this arc, what's going on, because at this point in time, all we see is Law. We know that Law rearranged those people, but there's got to be a true villain of this arc. Who's really in charge? Is it Smoker or is it someone else? So, I mean, this is just my opinions, guys. Please go ahead and leave your opinions down below, and I'll read them. And guess don't forget to like this video or dislike this video. Please like my Facebook for different updates on different videos I put up. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. So if you have not already subscribed to my channel and you like One Piece videos, you like Naruto videos, you like Bleach videos, heck, even like Avatar reviews, because that's actually something I just started doing. Please go ahead and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button up top, and I hope you guys continue to watch my channel and enjoy the videos I come up with. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I guess I'll see you later.